friends, and welcome to another episode of Fairytale Friday. Today, we will read of the Grasshopper and the Ant. We learn to always save for a rainy day. The Grasshopper and the Ant is the tale of a busy ant. She spends all summer preparing for the winter while her lazy neighbor, the Grasshopper, does not think about the future. There once was a busy ant, a very busy ant. Every morning she woke before sunrise, made breakfast for her little ones, and then hurried out of the house, carrying an enormous sack over her shoulder. All spring and summer she scurried this way and that, collecting grains and seeds in her sack. She never went home before sunset, when her sack was full to bursting and her feet and back were aching and sore. The ant's neighbor, a grasshopper, was a cheerful fellow, but he was also very lazy. He loved nothing more than relaxing in the sunshine, singing and chirping all day long. One hot summer's day, the grasshopper bumped into the ant. He thought that she was looking particularly tired and worn out. "Why are you working so hard on such a lovely day?" he asked. "Won't you join me for a picnic?" The ant put down her heavy sack and looked sternly at the grasshopper. "I've no time for picnics," she said. "I've got to make sure my family has enough food for the cold months ahead. You should be doing the same." The grasshopper just danced jauntily around her, saying, "But I want to make the most of the summer sunshine." The ant wearily shook her head, picked up her bundle, and continued on her way. Fall came. The ant was still as busy as ever, sorting out the food she had collected and weaving warm blankets for her children. The grasshopper just carried on singing and dancing, but the sunshine no longer felt as warm, and every now and then, when the wind began to blow, he would give a little shiver. Soon it was winter. The trees were bare, and snow lay on the ground. The ant's home was warm and snug. A fire made of twigs crackled in the grate, and there were thick blankets on the beds. At every meal, the ant piled her children's plates high with food. The grasshopper looked a sorry sight. He wasn't dancing or singing any longer. He was cold, miserable, and very hungry. In despair, the grasshopper went to the ant's house, knocked on her door, and begged for some food. The ant glared at him and said, "I worked all summer collecting food for my family, while you saw fit only to dance or sing. If you don't work in the summer, you can't expect any food in the winter." The grasshopper shuffled off. Then the ant gathered her children around her. "Let that grasshopper be a lesson to you," she warned them. "Always save for a rainy day." Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Fairytale Friday. Now, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Till we read again.